we're going to see if there's any differences between the single carded shadow and the shadow that comes with the motorcycle. I think there are little differences, not much though. I did notice some differences as I was looking at this guy inside the box and comparing him to the single carded shadow figure. Alright, stand shadow. That's another thing about these 5-inch figures. The top of their heads, well, just their heads in general, so big, it makes the figure kind of top heavy, so they are kind of tricky to balance at times. But it's not too bad. I mean, I was able to display these guys on my desk ever since I opened them and reviewed them. So here's the box for the Shadow and Motorcycle set. We're going to see if Sonic is compatible with the motorcycle, which, you know, I'm pretty sure it is, as well as the rest of the figures that I don't have yet. I do need to track down Robotnik and Tails, and eventually they're going to have Knuckles. I'm 100% sure of it. Alright guys, so let's finally open up this set, take a look at this cool Shadow with motorcycle. Alright, so right out of the packaging, I do like the overall look of everything together with Shadow riding on the motorcycle here. One little flaw I noticed. So I do have the kickstand down so the bike can be, you know, stand up like this. But I noticed it kept tipping over because of how top heavy Shadow is. So I had to kind of like position him and tilt his head up in a way where most of the weight is kind of over on the side of the kickstand, so this will be able to balance well for this video. But just know that it will be kind of tricky to balance him even when you have the kickstand down. And to show that I have the kickstand down, right there's the kickstand. And yeah, it's balancing fine now because the way I position him, but at first he kept tipping over the entire bike because how top heavy he can be. See, like right now, yeah, like right now he's starting to tip over. So that's just one thing to point out to you guys. But, you know, it's not too bad. Really not too bad. You just gotta mess around with Shadow here just to get a good balancing. Well, that's if you want to display everything here with the kickstand down. I mean, you could put that up like that if you're ready to play around with this guy. And, you know, and for the elite or diehard Sonic fans out there, knows that he rides a different motorcycle in most of the video games. This one he rides in the movie, for Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, that is. The wheels, oh, they turn with the handlebars. Look at that. I didn't even notice that. That's something I just came across right now. Look at that. That is cool. So you could turn that along with the handlebars, or, you know, turn the handlebars and move the wheels that way, but I think I prefer to do it this way so I don't break off these fragile pieces. Well, no, they're not that fragile. They're pretty sturdy. All the mirrors are not painted, so it's just all one molded piece right there, or sculpted piece. I mean, they could have added some paint or stickers or something, but at least the front window of the motorcycle is somewhat translucent, but it's kind of tinted. As you can see, you can see through it, so that's really cool. I do like the orange paint on the sides there. The wheels, I don't think they're rubber. I think they're just really tough plastic, but also very smoothed out to the point where they feel like rubber. I can't really tell if it's just really hard rubber or, hold on, it might be just really hard rubber or just really hard plastic, but I'm gonna go with maybe plastic, but they kind of feel like rubber. So it's weird. It feels like somewhere in between. So it might be just really hard rubber, but it could be rubber. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It feels like somewhere in between. So yeah, let's take off Shadow here, And oh no, he still has like one of those elastic bands still wrapped around the handlebar and his hand there. So I'm gonna cut that loose and set him free. Alright, so Shadow is finally free from his motorcycle, and as I was inspecting the differences between this guy and the single-carded one, I noticed about maybe 3 differences between the 2 figures. So look at the eyes, first of all. If I can get a good focusing on both of the eyes here. I don't know if I can, if it's possible. Okay, so the one on the left is the one that comes with the motorcycle. The one on the right is the single-carded one. So the single-carded one has like a plastic piece over the eyes. I don't know if you can kind of see that. So it can kind of give it that cool glossy effect for the eyes. I don't know if you... it's a little bit difficult to see, but you guys can kind of see it, right? The one that comes with the motorcycle doesn't have that. He doesn't have the additional plastic piece over the eyes there. So you don't really get that cool glossy effect, I guess. The red paint is a bit brighter on the one that comes with the motorcycle. So I'll hold it like this so you guys can inspect that for yourselves. So you can see the single-carded one has a much darker red on the fur. And same thing for his shoes. The red does look to be just a tad bit brighter for the one that comes with the motorcycle, that is. Alright, one major difference. Look at the hands. So the one that comes with the motorcycle does not have the extra articulated joints for the hands. So you can't open and close both of his hands there. You can only do that on the single-carded version, which my camera keeps going out of focus. So yeah. So see how I'm able to, whoops, there we go. See how I'm able to open and close that one? And again, this is the single-carded version that just comes just with the Shadow figure. This is the one that comes with the motorcycle. You cannot do that with his hands. So I'm assuming they did that so he could hold on to the handlebars a lot better. But I don't know if that makes much sense, because here, let's put the single-carded version on the motorcycle and see if he can still hold on to the handlebars, because I'm willing to bet he can do that. So put that around there. There we go. And put this hand around there. Yeah, there you go. So the single-carded version can go on the motorcycle just fine. However, you do gotta mess around with the positioning of the legs and the knees there. But yeah, he's able to grip onto the handlebars just fine. So why did they decided to remove those extra articulated joints from the hands for this Shadow? I have no idea. It's a weird choice, at least in my opinion. The only reason I can think of is maybe they did that so he can have a better grip on the handlebars, and so, you know, the hands won't they won't come loose and open up as you're playing around with him on the motorcycle, that is. That's my only guess. But it is weird how the single-carded version has the articulated hands and this guy doesn't. But yeah, that was only the 3 differences. Just the eyes, the hands, and the paint seems to be 2 different tones of red. Also, I noticed this, which is not important, but the back of Shadow's neck there, like the one that comes with the motorcycle, is not really fully painted. The single-carded one is fully painted. Unless I got a defective one, I don't know. I don't know if it's really... No, it's not really... I shouldn't call that a defect, but like a paint error. Yeah. That's the word I should use, like a paint error. But they both look good. It's up to you which shadow you would like to add to your collection. They both look great. In my opinion, the single carded version wins over the one that comes with the motorcycle just because it has the articulated joints to open and close his hands there, which I do like on this shadow. But again, they both look great, and they're both compatible with the motorcycle, of course. Alright, so put that shadow there, and put this shadow right there. There we go. And let's get Sonic, and we're going to see if he's compatible with the motorcycle here. I'm going to keep the kickstand down. Whoops, hold on. Let me open up Sonic's hands here. There we go. Shadows, both shadows in the background. Like, what are you doing? Get off my bike! Get off my bike! There we go. And let's see. I do have the kickstand down so I can actually keep this guy on display. Oh, but that other hand is coming loose because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to turn. That's as far as his head can turn because it's kind of hindered by most of the fur on the back. But whatever. You guys get the idea. It does work. It's just when I'm trying to get him into a cool. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you know, you could put Sonic on the Shadow motorcycle. And if I had Tails and Robotnik, I'm 100% sure they can go on the motorcycle as well. I don't have this guy properly just sitting on there. I have to put, of course, his foot on the footrest. So, I mean, you don't have to do that. You can just set it any way you like. There we go. Alright, so before I end this video, I need to talk about one more thing about the motorcycle, and that's for the foot pedals. If I can focus on that. As you can see, they do have pegs on them, on this side, and on the other side as well. So you could properly sit, you know, Shadow or Sonic or any other figure of your choosing onto those foot pedals. But you can also flip them up like that. Same with the other side. Just flip it up on the side. Like that. So it's a nice little optional thing that they have on the cycle. I mean, it's, you know, it's accurate to a motorcycle. But the other thing I wanted to mention is this motorcycle compatible with, let's say, Marvel Legends figures? And I'm going to say yes, but preferably Marvel Legends figures within like the 6 or 5 inch scale. Not like the big hulking ones like the Hulkbuster or anything like that. But since I'm too lazy to grab my Spider-Man or other characters outside of my storage box of Marvel Legends figures, I do have this Yamaguchi Deadpool figure here to test out with this motorcycle. So let's see if he can actually go on it. And there you go. I was able to get Deadpool on Shadow's motorcycle, even though I had to rest his foot over the foot pedal there. But as you can see, yeah, other action figures of similar scale can work for this motorcycle. If you want more, you know, more vehicles to go with your other action figures. But I do think it looks really cool with Deadpool, I gotta say. And of course, I have the kickstand down to help it prop up everything. So this will conclude my review for the Shadow and Motorcycle set from the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 live-action movie. Overall, I do like this set. Again, I already own the single-carded Shadow action figure right here. They're both great Shadow figures, but just know that if you get the one with the motorcycle, you'll be missing out on that additional plastic piece over the eyes. And you'll be missing out on the articulated hands that the single-carded figure has. Also, the one with the motorcycle has the brighter red paint tone. It's just slightly brighter. But, you know, it's similar figure. It's mostly the same. It's just those 3 things to point out. And, again, they both look good. and they both can go on a motorcycle. So I would say this set is definitely good for those who can't find the standalone 5-inch Shadow figure, because at least with this set, they included a vehicle with Shadow, which is very nice. Kudos to Jakks Pacific for doing that, for giving collectors or fans more opportunities to find the Shadow figure, because I'm assuming he's going to be the most sought after character with this toy line. Yeah, if you're a fan of Shadow, it's good for that. Or if you want a free motorcycle to go with some of your other toy lines, like let's say Marvel Legends, definitely not compatible with DC Multiverse because they are much bigger in scale. But again, as you see, as you just seen, I just tested out my Yamaguchi Deadpool figure on this motorcycle, and he's able to sit on it just fine. So, figures within the 6 to 5-inch range would most likely be compatible with it. Or if you wanted to go with your G.I. Joe classified figures, that's another possible reason to pick up this set to get a free motorcycle out of that. Again, $20 from Walmart. Found them there. Most likely available on the Walmart website as well. If he's sold out, they'll most likely restock them close to the movie's release. But, yeah, that's my overall thoughts about this set. I like it, even though I already own a Shadow, but I do like the fact that they're both slightly different, so they're not exactly the same. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video review for the Shadow and motorcycle set here from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I don't know how many more Sonic the Hedgehog 3 toy reviews I have planned, but I do have something on the way that I have not seen in stores, or I have not seen on any other website except for Amazon, and I did order it. It should be here today. I'll see if I can get that review up within the next few hours. Well, actually, probably not within the next few hours. Within the next few days. Yeah, next few days. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you later.